check this out. Things have not been so easy for the Phillies, and they don't get any easier. This is the next 10 games off the Phillies website, as I'm showing the schedule right now. They got these 3 with the Padres. Then they host those Dodgers again for another 3 games. And then they travel to Atlanta for a 4-game set with the Bravos. Things don't get any easier over the last 10 games. And as I was reading this story today that was written by today's guest, Evan Macy, the Phillies have had one of the toughest schedules in all of baseball to this point. And as I just showed you, it doesn't get much easier over the next 10 days of the baseball season. So how have they gotten to this point where right now they're 1 game under 500? They have obviously had their struggles. The pitching staff has struggled. The bullpen has struggled. But the Bats have finally come around. And when I saw this story, I fell for it, ladies and gentlemen. I did something that I normally don't do. But if you see this headline, the last line in this headline, last word in this headline is contenders. Phillies offense is dominating, should make them contenders. And that's what we have been saying at the beginning of every season, including this one, especially this one over the last couple of years. Oh, this lineup can just mash. Maybe it'll be like the 2008 Phillies where they went into the season with, okay starting pitching. You know, Cole Hamels was the guy, and then friend of the show, Brett Myers, was okay, and Jamie Moyer pitched well, and they later got Joe Blanton in that rotation. They got there because they mashed. If this Phillies lineup can just carry the team like in 2008, maybe you could talk about the playoffs again. Well, guess what? Now this Phillies offense has been mashing. They've been led by Bryce Harper. Kyle Schwarber has been hitting bombs. Also, Nick Castellanos has been playing well. Alec Boehm has been great from the plate. Certainly has had his struggles in the field. Hopefully he's put the worst of it behind him. And this Phillies lineup has done what we have thought they should do all year long. Still young in the season, still early in the season, but the Phillies bats have finally come around. Evan Macy will talk about the consistency of this Phillies lineup now, whether or not they can keep this going, and his confidence as to whether or not they will go from contenders from maybe a title standpoint to contenders maybe more so and more realistically of just let's make the playoffs. Let's make the playoffs. And Evan will talk to us about that. If you haven't read that article, I highly suggest checking it out on Twitter. Here's Evan Macy's Twitter handle, and you guys can check him out right there at Evan_Macy, spelled like the shop in the mall.